What is it that ignites the spirit of service in a person, transforming them into a catalyst for community change? Now, all this and much more in today's episode of Beyond Her Story. So, for people who are not aware, what is this Inner Wheel club that we talk about?
So, Inner Wheel is an international organization, and this is a organization that is spread over 100 countries, and we are into service and friendship. So the motto of Inner Wheel is service and friendship, and this year it's the centennial year, and we have completed 100 years of existence. So when I was the president, I started something called Share a Meal. Share a Meal is another NGO. So we tied up with Share a Meal NGO, and we decided to be a part of it. So where we had to cook meals for them, for the underprivileged, every fourth Saturday.
Welcome back to yet another episode of Beyond Her Story on Wonder Woman Wednesday. And today we are having a conversation with none other than Rekha Sridhar. She's the district chairman of District 319 Inner Wheel Club, and she's not just about strategies and plans, she's about action that leaves a lasting imprint. An engineer by training, but a community builder by calling, Rekha has transformed her love for problem solving into opportunities that uplift lives. From baking delights to leading rides, she's a testament to the incredible impact of service. So get ready to be moved and motivated by a leader who truly believes in service above self. So welcome, Rekha ma'am, to Beyond Her Story. It's a pleasure to have you on Wonder Woman Wednesday.
Thank you, Sneha. It's a pleasure from here too.
Yeah, I think without delay, let's start with the questions right away.
Sure.
So I just want to understand, you have come from an engineering background.
Yeah.
So what is it that actually sparked you to shift from this to the, heart of community service?
See, engineering background has nothing to do with the community service, basically. The thing was, I never really worked as an engineer for any corporate setup. So mostly I'm a creative person, if I can say so. And so my ideas were different. So the kind of work I wanted to do was different. And that is when I started into writing, blog writing. And then my interest then spread to the virtual world, basically, let me put it that way. And that got me interested in the social media that when it was just beginning, social media marketing and things like that. So I shifted my work to social media also. So that way I never went into the engineering part. This is how then my husband happened to be a Rotarian, and he introduced me to Inner Wheel because then those days Inner Wheel was open only to spouses or relatives of Rotarians. So that is how I got introduced. And being at home, it was more of a comfort zone, not stepping out, and my social world was also very limited. So I thought I could make a good number of friends if I joined this women's organization, and that's how I got into Inner
Wheel. Okay. So for people who are not aware, what is this Inner Wheel club that we talk about?
So Inner Wheel is an international organization, and this is a organization that is spread over 100 countries, and we are into service and friendship. So the motto of Inner Wheel is service and friendship, and this year it's the centennial year, and we have completed 100 years of existence. So we have about clusters of clubs, if I may put so, and each cluster is called a district. So here District 319 is one such cluster which has about 45 clubs, and they're spread all over Bangalore, and we are 319 is spread to Tumkur, Mandya, Mallavalli and Tirupati. So like this we have about 27 districts all over our country in India.
Okay, so I think the way you were introduced to Inner Wheel Club was through Rotary, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure, even before I actually became a part of Inner Wheel, or even, when I met a lot of women, I was not aware of, there is a club called Inner Wheel Club. Rotary, of course, I think many people have heard about it, but Inner Wheel Club is something, at least I'm sure, some people would not know about. So what is that one thing that you wish more people knew about the Inner Wheel Club?
See, basically, people, when we say we are from Inner Wheel Club, people are not aware what it is. So I wish people knew that we are an organization, that we are into service. Because when we tell something about Inner Wheel, we need to give a long explanation saying what we are doing. And as we celebrate the centennial year, it is a little sad that people don't know what Inner Wheel is all about. So that part saddens me a bit. I wish we could just say we are from Inner Wheel and people would immediately, relate to it. So that is the thing that which a bit of lacking. And yeah, we are putting in efforts by having some branding activities. Like I said, we have about 45 clubs right in our district, and most of the clubs are doing their bit by spreading awareness. And hopefully, we will be there in a couple of years where people, can relate to Inner Wheel the minute we spell out that we are from this organization.
Yeah. And first of all, congratulations on completing 100 years. It's not an easy feat, to have 100 years. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. You're also a part of it. So congratulations to you too.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So out of, one of the things that Inner Wheel Club does is service. That's what you mentioned, right? So out of all the initiatives that you have championed with Inner Wheel, which one is the one which holds a special place in your heart?
A special place, I totally believe in personalized projects. See, raising funds, it needs a little bit of planning, and you can definitely raise funds. And giving checks, it's not a big deal at all. But touching the beneficiaries one-on-one is a lot of difference it makes. So when I was the president, I started something called Share a Meal. Share a Meal is another NGO. So we tied up with Share a Meal NGO, and we decided to be a part of it. So where we had to cook meals for them, for the underprivileged, every fourth Saturday.
Okay.
So we would, all our club members would come together, cook as many boxes as they want. So there was a fixed menu which would go into it. And then we would go distribute in the slums. So this continued, I think I started in 2016, and till date, our club, Inner Wheel Club of Bangalore South, continues to do this project. And each time we go give the boxes, the feeling of, the happiness when you see people enjoying and relishing the home cooked food, basically, that gives me a lot of happiness, because you can always order through catering and all these things. But when you're putting in some efforts, and, you can visualize somebody relishing that home cooked meal, gives you a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah, I think that's very well put, Rekha ma'am. Like you said, when you put the efforts and when you see somebody, enjoying that meal, I think that actually makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
So you take up multiple projects as a part of Inner Wheel Club, right? Each club takes up multiple projects in a year.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that, each project is not as easy as, people think it is. So I'm sure, you'll have some hurdles. So what are the hurdles that you normally face? And can you talk about a time where you faced a real challenge with an Inner Wheel project?
Yeah, like I told you, it's not easy for people to part with their money. Basically, the trust factor has to be there. When somebody says, I want to donate something for a project, the trust factor has to come. And secondly, when you say there are a lot of NGOs, similar NGOs, where people are willing to give and all these things. So it's not easy to raise funds. Basically, because the circle we are approaching our own friend circle. And priorities are different for different people, right? It's not always service. And I might be passionate about something, but I can't expect others to be equally passionate about what I am passionate about. So getting people to part their money and to make them a part of the causes we relate with is a little difficult, but it's not impossible. So when I did my signature project, which was restoration of a 104-year-old school, so this needed a lot of funds because it was in a very dilapidated state, and we had to raise funds because we wanted to retain the external structure and all the internal structure as it is, and refurbish it in such a way that the students can use it. So I had to come up with 2 fundraisers, and I had to create a story around what the experience is, what the child is experiencing. Like, for example, they're sitting on the floor, and when the rain is coming, when it's raining, children are getting wet. All these kind of real challenges what the children are facing. So this was the first step where I had to raise big amount, and yeah, we overcame it. Like once you put your heart and mind into whatever you want to do, you will definitely figure out ways to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any specific strategies as such?
I used my social media skills, I must say, with pride.
That is what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yes. So when I posted on Facebook groups saying, you know, I'm looking even for when the fundraiser came about. So we needed, you need proper photographers, you need people who are a part of it and all these things. So when I pitched in my way of getting the people to be a part of it, I said, see, you cannot give money, but you can definitely give your resources. So if you're a good photographer, the least you can do is, you know, photograph these pictures. I mean, photograph the event and whatever is happening.
Yeah.
And people find it hard to part with their money, but they don't find it hard to part with their service. They feel good because their service is being used and they don't have to spend anything from their pocket.
True.
So that is how I convinced a lot of people to be a part of my project, and they were very generous. In fact, when I asked for one photographer, 3 of them came forward. So when I asked for the publishing in the newspapers to, you know, promote the event, because when it's a fundraiser, you need a lot of promotions to happen. And that time I didn't know the designing part also. So there was this designer who was very, very helpful. He was with me at every step. So helping me design the brochures and create whatever content which I had to spread around. So that way I got a lot of help, I must say.
Okay. So, I mean, based on what you have said, I think you have something which, you know, where you motivate people, and that is how, you know, they agree to be a part of this project. So what is your secret to motivating others to join in this service initiative?
No, I don't think I don't have any secret as such, but working as a social media consultant and working with all these things, it kind of gives you an idea of what people expect. And like we were discussing before also, the attention span is very limited in social media. So we have a flurry of things that are popping this side, that side. So we need to grab the attention in the first 1 or 2 minutes is what I believe. So if you can capture that, you can definitely do wonders.
Yeah, I think it's now down to seconds, not even minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Motivated by Rekha Sridhar's journey of service and transformation? Like and share this moment of inspiration, and then let's dive back right in as we continue to explore the depths of her commitment to community change. So, is there any upcoming projects that you can give us a sneak peek into?
See, as a district chairman, mostly we are into the administrative part, but there are a couple of projects which the other clubs have lined up, and we have a very good branding project with Mailkote, where we are going to set up the drinking water facility. Innovative Club of Bangalore South, a club which I am a part of, is going to set up a drinking water facility next to the temple. And that will be a very good branding project. And also it's a need of the hour because a lot of devotees come and there is no drinking water facility there. So I'm looking forward. It's almost complete, and we are looking forward to inaugurating this sometime soon in 1 or 2 months, probably in the next month. And I think one more club which is doing is cancer screening camp for the prisoners in Bangalore jail, Central Jail. So they are planning this for about 5,000 people is what they told me. And smart classrooms, which are an ongoing project. These are the projects which I'm really, really looking forward to because they definitely make a difference to the people.
Yeah, I think, people, when they hear about these projects, services and all, they underestimate the time and effort that goes into each project, right?
Yes.
I think you need to dedicate I don't even know if certain number of hours are enough, but, it's like you are on it all the time. Yeah, but
identifying the right project is another problem, right? People can book up stories and they can, all kind of things happen. So we have experienced it ourselves. Many times we think it's a genuine, and we know when we go there that we realize that there is no need for it. Or maybe people are just, putting up a story to just get the funds or the resources which we are willing to give. So identifying the genuine cause is the first step. And second step, of course, it is to raise funds. And it's not easy for the president, definitely not. But yeah, there are generous people around, and we hope to tap them whenever we need their help.
Yeah. But even, like I said, it needs a lot of effort. But even with that, you have a lot of hobbies, which I'm sure would have been a part of your life right from the beginning, maybe even before you started this.
Yes.
So baking, fitness, blogging. So do you still manage these things along with the Inner Wheel Club activities?
Fitness, it's a part of my life. So it's like as good as brushing your teeth. You know how uncomfortable you feel when you don't brush your teeth. That is how uncomfortable I feel when I don't do my regular exercises and things like that. Baking is again a passion which cannot be stopped. It's like my stress buster. So nothing I've stopped, I must say. But definitely as a part of at the top leadership role, it has given me more opportunities to connect with people and in the process indulge in my writing more often because I need to prepare my speeches or address people there. So it gives me a lot of flexibility and creativity also to come up with something new all the time.
True. And maybe it helps you also, right? Because it's like, I mean, creative people, when they go into that mode, it's a kind of meditation for them.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. So if you had to choose one hobby to focus on for 1 month, which would it be and why out of these three? I know all three are close to you.
Yeah, maybe baking because that's a thing which I can bring happiness to somebody else also apart from myself. So I would definitely prefer baking because it gives me an opportunity to try out something new if I haven't tried, and the creative part also. So definitely baking. Yeah.
Okay. So you've been, now you're the current district chairman of District 319.
Yeah.
So how has this influenced your view on leadership?
Until you sit in that position, you will not know your own capabilities is what I realize. So there are a lot of things that sometimes I'm surprised by myself when I see that I can pull off certain things. So that way, personally, it has helped me discover some of the leadership skills which I thought I didn't have. And secondly, you realize when you're in a top position that people are looking up to you and you have the power to influence their thought process and also encourage them, motivate them, and bring out the best in people around you.
True.
So that way, definitely, I have learned a lot. And I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot in the future too. 5 more months to go. Definitely a lot of opportunities to explore more and motivate more people around me.
Yeah, so last question. In just a few words, what does service mean to Rekha Sridhar?
Like I told you, service, I believe that we have the power to transform somebody's life. And when we say service, people always imagine big money, big projects. And this is something I think the opposite. I feel that a smile, if you can bring a smile on somebody's face for one day, that itself is a service. If you can bring happiness, even if it is momentary, that itself is happiness. And when you are bringing smile on others, it definitely reflects back on you also. So you don't have to do big things, cook a small meal, spend some time with people who really need people around them. So these kind of small things definitely make a lot of difference. And like I said, service need not always be big. It can be small also. And the amount of satisfaction you get is the same whether you're doing big or small.
Okay, wow. Now I know, Rekha ma'am, like how is it that you motivate others? Because, this entire thing you said itself is very motivating in terms of, like you said, people look at bigger things to do and that is what keeps them away from doing it because, they feel that, okay, it may take a lot of effort, it may take a lot of money and stuff like that. But when the way you put it across, even if you're able to bring a smile to somebody's face, I think that says it all. So very, very well put.
Thank you.
So before we go, Rekha ma'am, I'm sure, after listening to this conversation, there are a lot of women who want to be a part of this organization. So if you could just tell what are the ways that people can get in touch and be a part of this, it'll be good.
Yeah. So like I told you, we are spread all over Bangalore. And people can choose a club which is closest to their residence because it is more important. If it is closer, you're more likely to attend the meetings and things like that. We have a Facebook page for District 319. And if any of the members want to, if any of the potential members want to be a part of our organization, they can definitely connect with us on our Facebook page. And one of us will definitely reach out to them and suggest which clubs are closest to their vicinity. And in that way, they can definitely join us. Otherwise, also, I think a couple of clubs already have their own Facebook pages. They can just connect with them also and join. Yeah.
Okay. So I think what we can do is we can leave the links to all the Facebook page. I think you have a website also. So we can put the links there and people can definitely get in touch. And I think even if you search on Google Inner Wheel, right? Inner Wheel Club, I'm sure you'll get all the information that is needed.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. So we'll leave the links and then people will get in touch with you.
Sure.
I mean, with the people. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Rekha ma'am, it's been an absolute pleasure to hear your stories of service, leadership, and the many ways that you have touched life through your work with the Inner Wheel Club. Is there some projects that you would like to talk about in terms of, I know you've spoken about one such project which has given, which you feel that with the personalized touch, it's actually your favorite one. But are there any other projects that you would like to talk about?
We have had a lot of projects this year. In fact, last week we had a tournament for the blind girls, cricket tournament for the blind girls, which again was something unique, I must say. We had a sports meet for elderly people, above 60s. So where we called, one of the clubs, Inner Wheel Club of Bangalore, JP Nagar, had organized a sports day, and the happiness which they had when they played the games, and they were thanking us for taking them back to their childhood, and they never had so much fun, just small games, whatever they could. These kind of things definitely it always makes you happy. And of course the screening camps that are regularly being done, whether it is eye checkup camps or the cancer screening camps, which we specifically do for women. These are definitely the need of the hour. And a lot of these kind of projects definitely make you happy, that being a women's organization and a small group of women coming together and making an impact, which is by no means small, definitely makes me happy. We always assume it is all for the big people and for the CSR and things like that. But we know that everybody can make a difference. Each one of us can make a difference.
Yeah, I'm sure, after listening to this, many people would like to be a part of such organizations, which, actually, like you said, not only look at big things, but also small things and the way to bring a smile to people's face. So thank you so much, Rekha ma'am. Actually, your dedication and your journey is a powerful reminder, I would say, of the impact people can have on somebody else's lives. So thank you for for coming here and sharing your time, your experiences, and your heart with us today. So thank you so much.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Sneha.
Thank you. I'm sure today's episode is a testament to the ripple effect of service. Now, each one of us has the power to initiate change and contribute to a stronger community. So what's your next step? How will you make your mark? Share with us in the comments below. Reach out to your local community service clubs and take that first step towards making a difference. If Rekha Sridhar's story has inspired you, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories. Remember, every act of service, no matter how small, is a step towards a better world. So let's make it count. Until next time, keep serving, keep inspiring. Thank you and bye-bye.